Corner. This is Sports Editor Ben Barkley. Today I'm sitting here with our varsity boys basketball head coach, Coach Reeves. Coach, how you doing today?
Thank you for having me, buddy. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Absolutely. This is your first time on the show, so first off, welcome
Yes,
to the
sir.
show. So, new coach here at Stars Mill. I like to ask this question to our new coaches who come here, and I think you might have already been asked this before, but what's your coaching philosophy?
My coaching philosophy is generally to get our kids to put forth our best effort, whether or not it's in the classroom, on the court, first and foremost. But really, what we like to do is we try to bring kids up through positive interactions, trying to bring them up through positive feedback. When it comes to basketball, I've coached many things, but when it comes to basketball, we're a defensive-minded basketball team. We put our defense first, and then after that, we kind of let everything fall in where it is. So, like I said, depending on what sport it is, but first and foremost, we have to be good representatives of ourselves, good representatives of our school, and then after that, hopefully be pretty good at our sport.
So, going into the season, it's been a little bit rougher than expected.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about the season so far.
The season, when you look at our record, I don't really think that our season is really based on our record. We played a lot of close basketball games against a lot of really good basketball teams. Like I said, our boys work really hard every single day. They do an extremely good job in practice, getting prepared for our basketball games. But really, like I said, if you looked at our overall record, you'd say, that's a rough season. But I really think that we've gotten better every single game. We've competed in our region in every game, and we just haven't been able to finish out a lot of them. So, and really, when the season actually matters here in the next week and a half, and so hopefully all these kind of negative experiences we've gone through will build us towards being a little bit better here in the region tournament. So, because like I said, all you have to do is win one game to get in the state playoffs once you get in the region tournament. So, our boys have been playing hard. They've pretty much experienced every up and down I think you could have on the basketball court this year. Playing a lot of close games, and hopefully that'll pay off in the long run.
So, last couple of days, couple of region games, McIntosh, Whitewater, and
Jonesboro, yes.
Right. And then I remember the McIntosh game, Camden had a potential game-time shot.
Yep.
Rimmed out, and then
Same thing the next day against Whitewater. So.
And then Jonesboro was a little bit of a tougher loss than expected. Talk to me about those games a little bit.
Yeah, McIntosh, like the rivalry game is always going to be a little bit different game. No matter how good one team is, it seems like that's always a close game. And McIntosh and us are very similar. We lost to them by 3 the last time, kind of on a last-second shot ordeal. And this time, I think we jumped out on them early. Then the Cam kid that, I guess Cam's last name is Lyons. Yeah, Cam Lyons. Really, he did what a good player does, and he kind of took over the basketball game. He had a career-high 31 points in the game. And we actually tailored our defense to kind of stop him. And ironically, he still was able to do what he was doing. He caught a hot streak there in the third quarter, and I want to say he scored 14 points maybe in the third quarter. But the first half looked great for us for the most part. They shot their way back in the game a little bit with free throws, but we played, I thought, an excellent ball game. We executed our game plan. We kind of still lost at the end because the kid hit big shots. And we had our kids come down today. It was a back and forth game just like it was the last time. And unfortunately, we came out on the other end of it. But like I said, I thought we executed well. We just did not finish. And that's kind of been the story of our season. We've had a couple of these games with both 1, 2, 3. I think we've had 6 under 5-point games. And you put those in the win column, and our season looks a lot different. So. But that was McIntosh. It was not failure to execute. We just they hit big shots and we missed a couple of them. So and then Whitewater was kind of the same song, different verse. Unfortunately, we got out to an early lead. I think we went up 13 early. They shot their way back in the game a little bit. I think it was a 1-point game at halftime similarly, and we opened it up, hit some big shots. Elliott Baker hit some big shots. Barrett Hester hit some big shots in the third quarter. Put us up by 9, and then they kind of whittled the lead away and I think we were up by 1 with about 45 seconds left, and they got a couple of steals and finished the game. So like I said, we just have to finish. It's hard being up by 1, 2, 3 points with 2 minutes left and not being able to close games out. So, but that's the experience that we're getting. That's what we're learning right now, and hopefully it'll pay off next week for us.
So, like you said, I don't think your team's record tells the entire story. Mainly, that has to do with the younger players. Brandon House and the Townsend brothers. How important is their development going to be for the future of this basketball program?
Yeah, that's a big thing sometimes when you have those years where your record doesn't look great, but you notice that there's a lot of underclassmen playing. Our seniors are a great core of leaders, to be honest with you, and they have done a great job of being excellent representatives to the younger guys about how hard to work in the gym. And I think they set the tone every day in practice. when you look at a lot of our contributors, Brandon Allison, who's averaging 13 points a game, Malachi Townsend, who's averaging close to 11, and limited because we went so deep in football playoffs, we didn't get him the first half of the season either, so we didn't get him until maybe December 15th was his first game. So Mike, Elliott, all these guys who they've really been shown what to do and how to practice, and I think they're kind of learning how to win too. So it sets up nice for the future. You hate to say oh well, in the future we'll be really good, but I feel like we have a really strong core of sophomores and juniors that are going to be excellent for us in the upcoming years. And they're really being taught how to play and how to practice right now by the seniors because they do such a good job leadership-wise.
So speaking of those seniors, Zach Reeves, the other seniors, how important, like you said, is their leadership to this team?
I mean, you really can't. I mean, a team without leaders is a team that just is not going to be able to, make it in the long run. And that's why I don't really worry about us because I know I'm not going to lose the guys. I know they're going to come in and work hard every day because Reese and Zach, Tim, Sam, Cam, Barrett, I mean, like I said, they're all going to push us to be better players and make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do. And those guys are the guys that were, in the gym for early morning workouts all season to start out with. They were here all summer. They just set a great example for those younger guys, and I think their experience is going to pay off here. And like I said, we're having contributors from, contributions from the seniors and, a big contribution from the underclassmen, but like I said, setting that stage and setting that tone for everybody around them, like how intense we have to be in practice, what we have to, how physical we have to be in the game, that a lot of times comes from that senior leadership.
So your last couple games, you got Fayette County tomorrow, followed up with Riverdale, Griffin, and Jonesboro to finish off the season in region play. What do you guys got to do in order to maybe rattle off a couple wins, maybe 4 wins?
Yeah, that'd be great. We really, we talk about this a lot. We've got to play 4 quarters of basketball. If you look at a lot of our games, we have just 3 quarters of excellent basketball where we're tied or up or doing substantially better. And we'll have 1 quarter that's a little bit down. And that's what we always say is play 4 quarters of basketball. We can't, against Jonesboro, 3 quarters looked great and then the 4th quarter was not our best quarter. So we just have to make sure we're consistent throughout the game. The last time we played Fayette County, I think we were down by 13 in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game we were +5, +6. So that means we played, outplayed them for 3 quarters, just that first quarter got us. So we have to be consistent through all 4 quarters, play all 32 minutes, and we just have to, like I said, make sure we keep the same energy across the board. Our bench has been great, whether or not people are in the game, whether or not people are on the court. I think Wes out of that same group is second now that I think about it, but because he's always my bench guy too, who's like bouncing on the bench to the point referees tell us to shut up. We have to, we have to keep that same energy on the court and keep that same energy of the guys on the bench to bring us along and kind of keep us in games.
So now region tournament starts up in a couple weeks,
Yes, sir.
And like you said, it really takes one game to really fire up a team and really make a run and possibly make it into state. So what is it going to take for this team to maybe catch fire in the region tournament?
Like I said, I think we've got to play well these next 4 games. Like I said, we've got to be in these next 4 games and stay positive. I really think that if you look across the board, because we have played so competitive with everybody in the region, we're going to be a lower seed based on our record. So they basically I think they're going to look across the table at us and say, we really don't want to play Stars Mill going into the region tournament because the first day of region tournament play is if you win, you're in state playoffs. If you lose, you go home. And so, like I said, put us in a 1-game set against anybody. I feel very confident that we could do, whoever's going to be one of those top seeds, I feel like we'll be able to compete with them and potentially get that win, and that's what we're looking for. So we really need to have a good competitive next 4 games, and we need to take a little bit of momentum into that first round of region. And, like I said, the matchup will kind of dictate that, too. If we match back up with Whitewater, I know our boys feel like they owe Whitewater a loss based on the way we should have won that last one. And, like I said, or if we crossed over with McIntosh, how that would have done. And everything's at home at that point, too, so we'll have home court advantage for the region playoffs. So.
All right, well, thank you, Coach.
Thanks so much, man. Thanks.
So tomorrow night over at Fayette County, we got Fayette County Tigers in basketball. The guys tip off at 7:30, but get there early because you got to see those girls. They're an insane team. Get there at 6 to see them, but come support the boys too. They'd really appreciate that. So from myself, Coach Reeves, terrific Thomas Cindy behind the camera. Thank you guys for watching. Go Panthers.